Ed. How are you?
I hear you've just had a daughter as well.
I did.
How's
Baby,
that?
baby Kira, 8
Oh,
months
mate.
old. I'm right behind you.
Oh, mate, the best. It's the best, isn't it?
It's just unbelievable. It changes your entire world. How's Lyra? How's fatherhood?
She's great. She's great. Yeah, I'm just very, very grateful to be able to experience it. I think it's the best thing in life.
Yeah, it really does change your entire world. Everyone says that before you have your first child, and you're like, okay, that's cliche, like whatever. But no, it really does. How has being a father, being a new dad, changed like your music too, like writing and recording? How has that affected it, you think?
I think, well, I had a lot. I had a lot of sort of like life changes that happened around her being born. Anyway, I kind of had come off. I'd come off tour. I was living at home. I had a friend pass away, and then I turned 30, and it was all of these things. I was kind of experienced grief for the first time. I was sort of being like, am I an adult now? Because I'm 30. I was, obviously a father, so there's different responsibilities. Learning to like not be selfish in the sense of like my decisions are based around her now rather than based around me. It was kind of a year of like growing up, I guess.
I had the same exact experience too, being a new dad and now being in my early 30s, you kind of go through those life changes. And you said something in a recent interview, and it resonated with me this whole time. You said that you had an addictive personality, and that's something that I've always had to deal with my entire life. How have you kind of switched your mindset a little bit? Are you getting more addicted to like healthier living and lifestyle? Like, are you just changing the way you think and do things?
Yeah, I cut out all the things that were really negative in my life, like that were just bad, just as I know the song's called Bad Habits, but like the bad habits that are just like bad for me and bad for my family. So I kind of cut them out, and yeah, I got really into just routine, man. I wake up, I have a really strong coffee, I give Lyra breakfast, I take her in the gym with me, and we have a workout and sort of play with her in between reps or whatever, and then go about my day, and just routine instead of like addiction.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of how you have to reprogram your mind. And if I break my routine, if I don't work out that day, it throws me off. I have to have that coffee, have to have that workout.
Oh yeah, all of that. I feel like you kind of take one thing out and it throws everything into chaos. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you look fantastic. You look so happy and svelte. I feel like you're de-aging too in quarantine, which that's remarkable.
Yeah, thank you. No, I basically, as you said, the kind of addictive person. I just used to binge everything. I would binge alcohol, binge food, binge TV shows. Used to binge exercise. It was just everything was binge, and now everything's a bit more balanced. It's a bit more balanced.
It levels out your mood too. Like, I couldn't have just one cookie or just one piece of pizza. Like, no, I have to like make sure I'm sick the next day. That's how.
Well, that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is like you don't have to, like if you're getting a pizza, you can share one with your wife instead of like having. I would like get an entire pizza and a burger and fries and then have ice cream afterwards. Whereas now it's like half a pizza and then some wine, and it's good.
Yeah, no, but thank you for talking about that recently. It really shed some light on my own life as well. Well, let's talk about Bad Habits. It's so nice to have new Ed Sheeran music out. The world, especially the radio, is a much happier place when new Ed Sheeran's a part of it. So
thank you.
Talk to me about the writing and recording process.
Obviously a lot was different last year, and now. I mean, we're doing an interview on Zoom, but to record. In England, we were just renting houses and setting up a studio in the houses and kind of locking down everyone. So I would go in with like Johnny, who I make the record with, and another guy, Fred, and we would sort of get all tested and then go into the house and just kind of lock in for 2 weeks to create songs. So this was like the last time we did that, which was in January. The song sort of was created just on a whim and just like, let's see what happens with it, and then the decision of it being first single was, it's quite an upbeat dance song. The first single I had originally was going to come out now in June, and it was like just not that fun. It was like quite a just sad tune. And when Boris Johnson said England was opening up in June, I was like, oh, we should switch these and put out the song that's actually going to be a fun song to have out in the summer.
Are you ever nervous to release the first song of a project? Like, you've been out, being a dad, writing, recording, doing your own thing, and now you're, re-entering into the top 40 world. Is it ever weird? Like, what are your feelings like?
Yeah, like super nervous. I feel like my confidence is like at an all-time low from being away for so long, because I don't know the landscape anymore. Like, every time I release a record, it's different. Like, first time I came out in 2011, 10 years ago, it was just CDs, and you go and do your CD signings, and then you do your like Saturday Night Live, and that's what sells the CD, and it's all CDs. And then I kind of went away for 3 years, I toured and blah, blah, blah. And next time I came back, it was like Twitter, iTunes. So it was like, you have to be on Twitter, you have to do the iTunes, and blah, the iTunes charts going like this. And then I went away for 3 years, and the next time I came back, it was like Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, blah, blah, blah. So it was like no, so TikTok wasn't a thing then, and now I've come back, TikTok is like it. And I just don't understand. I need to kind of like get into understanding apps and stuff like that, basically.
I'm the same way too, though. Like, I get lost in my baby bubble now. Like, I'm just watching Bubble Guppies, and I'm like, man, this stuff slaps.
But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, something has to be more important than spending time with your kid for you to give it your time. Like being like, am I really going to want to flick through Twitter or TikTok when I could be? Right. I don't know. I just need to get my head around it.
It's all about growing up, like we said earlier in our chat. So, with most requested live, it's very interactive. So we have some fan questions for you. And a lot of them revolve around some of these artists that we're talking about. The landscape of music is changing. And on the radio now, you got BTS and Olivia Rodrigo. Just kind of your thoughts on music right now.
I love Olivia Rodrigo. I feel like I've said, I don't want to like... I don't know if she would like this comparison, but I've been saying for years, like, the world needs a new Avril Lavigne, like a proper, like a girl who rocks out and writes a song, and she's 17 and she's like fantastic. And I love that whole thing that's going on. BTS, I've actually worked with BTS on their last record, and I've just written a song for them for their new record, and they're like super cool guys as well. I feel like Billie Eilish as well that has been making some like really phenomenal music, and I just love I love where music is right now. Like, everything's like really interesting, and it's not like created by other people to be sung by other people. It's like, Olivia has these ideas that she writes down, and like can release driver's license to come from her own personal experience that she's written about, and then it goes on to become the biggest record in the world. Same for like Good For You and whatnot. It's just really nice. It's the world that I come from, basically.
I agree. Yeah, it's a really good cycle right now, and a lot of good singer-songwriters. Another question from fans, and this is a good one because we've seen you sell out arenas and stadiums performing by yourself. What's it been like rehearsing and planning to tour with a band?
So I don't know if I'm going to tour with a band. I feel like I'm playing like TV shows and doing promo with a band to kind of test the water and see how it goes, and just see whether people like it. Like, for me to take a band on the road, the show has to be better than the show with a loop pedal. It has to be, otherwise, like, I might as well just go out with a pedal. So yeah, I'm kind of seeing how it goes. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I'm really enjoying playing songs like Thinking Out Loud with a full band, because I feel like it's always needed a full band.
Random, but favorite Eminem lyric? This might have been planted by me. I'm the fan of this question.
In Criminal, where he's windows tinted on my ride when I drive in it, so when I rob a bank, just run out and dive in it, so I'll be disguised in it, and anybody out of the files, the guy in it, I'll hide for 5 minutes. Come back, shoot the eyewitness, hide the private eye, hide the prime my business, die bitches, bastards, brats, pets, this puppy's lucky I didn't blast his ass yet. Like, just the flow of that is fucking amazing.
Oh, I love that song, Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah, so like your relationship, you and M, like that was, I had to find that out. I love you.
Dude, I sent him a, so we've got like I mean, we've done like 3 tunes together, and he's like, I've said to him as before, like he's like one of the reasons why I started writing music. And when I did the collaborations project, I sent everyone involved a like really, really nice bottle of wine, and he's obviously sober, so I didn't send him the wine, but I sent him, I know he's a big gamer, I sent him a Nintendo 64 with GoldenEye on it. Did you ever play that?
Oh my God, all the time, yeah.
Yeah. So he'd never played it, but I hope he has now. Because it's like it's the very first person shooter game. Like it's an all-time classic.
It's the best, yeah, a classic. GoldenEye, Mario Kart, all those old school N64 games are classic.
Yeah.
That's
Zelda.
good. Zelda, oh my gosh, of course. Well, I know you have to run, but so good to talk to you. And congrats on new music, Bad Habits. Just so good to have you back.
Thanks, man. And congrats on your baby as well. And getting married, I heard.
Yes. We're doing all the life events at the same time, Ed.
Yeah, well, congratulations, man. And I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am.
Same, Ed. Thank you for the few minutes. Appreciate it.
Nice one, man.